not getting thinner. Why am I doing this? I'm not getting thinner.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Grand Theft Auto 5. This is my first video I've done with Grand Theft Auto 5 and it'll be the first one with my new Elgato I got. So pretty excited about bringing this to you. Been wanting to do this for a while. So yeah, it's we're leaving Vinewood Hills now. We're gonna head to the airport and I was gonna show you guys how, let's get around this ag timer. To show you guys how you properly fly some of the airplanes in here. I mean, I'm not saying I'm, you know, a professional by any stretch of the imagination of flying them, but maybe some tips. And also I have two SIDS I have created so far. And they take a long time to produce, that's why I only have two of them so far. But the SIDS, I'm gonna show you how to fly those out of Sandy Shores. So I'll put the approach plate up on the screen and follow along and show you how to use your map with all of that. So we're headed down to Sandy Shores, or not Sandy Shores, down to LSX, Los Santos International Airport. I'm gonna run red lights, sorry. I don't wanna play around with this shit. So, we're gonna get a plane and show you basically tips on how to fly the airplanes in GTA 5, but more or less how to land them or get good landings out of them. They are kind of tricky and each plane has its own characteristics that not everybody is accustomed to. It took me a while. It took a lot of time flying. I know this is really bad driving, guys, but I just kind of want to get there, you know? And figure I get to talk to you all along the way. I was gonna just like start the video by the airplane and all that good stuff, but then I was like, nah, I'll drive to the airport and talk to you guys and fill you in on what's going on as we run red lights and all that shit. So yeah, this is one of the cars I have. We're gonna be playing as Michael. This is not GTA Online. I do have GTA Online videos on the way eventually. So, ooh, fuck. So basically, that will come in a lot later time. I did end up getting to record with some of the Code Zero guys, but I had a lot of problems with Bandicam recording the audio. So now we figured out a foolproof way of doing it, and that is simply just recording. Everybody records their own audio track and we send it to each other. That's the best way to do it. It's high quality. There's no dropping of Skype calls and all that, roboting of Skype call. So we're just gonna basically record high quality audio and then send it to each other so we can do it. It's a little more work in the editing room, but I think it's a lot more plausible than what we have been doing in the past. So look forward to playing that with the guys. Good news is, guys, I'm done with traveling, so I will finally have time to produce videos. This is the reason why I'm doing this one today, because I finally got back from Austin, Texas, and I get to do that. Let's get around that tug. So let's head over to our hangar, and as Michael, we'll be flying the Luxor today. I really like the Luxor. I like the way it handles. The Shamal is nice too, but just no Luxor. Can't explain it, I guess. It's a 747 over there. Yeah, this is kind of scary because these airplanes love to just pop out of nowhere on approach. That's why you have to be really careful around these runways, because they do just kind of just whoop, show up. All right, Spexus, there's a Shamal. We're gonna get in the Luxor though. Well, the Shamal's a good airplane too. I mean, don't get me wrong. All right, yeah, let's get in the Luxor though, because I really like it. I have to look there. Alrighty, so we're gonna get in the Luxor here. One thing about taxiing these airplanes is it's a little bit of a bitch. So, mainly because there's no easy way to do it. It's all or nothing in the turns. So, fire this thing up. And also, I don't know if you guys know, you can control your landing lights with the right D-pad. So, there's, you know, all the landing lights is done with the right D-pad. We'll keep them on taxi for now. I do fly on the inside view, so we'll do both. We'll shoot the SIDS, and we'll basically shoot them in the inside view and the outside view, so you can see how you do it both. So when I'm in the inside view like this, you hit down on the D-pad, or up, I forget what it is. Yeah, down on the D-pad to really open that up, so we know. Let's hold short of 1, 2 right here. Make sure it's clear of airplanes. 7-4 is clearing now. So we're just gonna get on our way, and I don't have any SIDS written for this, but I will fly the approach that I normally fly, or approach, but the departure I normally fly for this. Why the thing doesn't want to turn very well, but it doesn't. So waiting for him to get off the runway without us getting killed. Always gotta watch our ass here. Landing lights on. All right, we're clear with them. Clear for takeoff, so let's go ahead and accelerate. All about smooth inputs here, guys. When flying these airplanes, smooth, smooth, smooth. So going on V1, rotate, nice and easy back pressure. We're up in the air. Left click in the stick, you're up. We're gonna climb out, nice and easy. I'm using this horizon as my means of an attitude indicator. As you see, it's a pretty good departure. Not bad at all. The thing we do in these airplanes is when we come over the threshold here of the runway, you kind of want to just hold down the back, the left trigger, and then we start our flare, pull up that flare, hold the flare, hold the flare, hold the flare, and we're down. Let out of that left trigger and just kind of let it coast down for a while. So it's kind of how you land the Learjets. The Learjets are kind of tricky. Actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and taxi back, and then I'll get us set up for the first SID, standard international departure. Alrighty, guys, we're lined up on the runway, and we're pretty much ready for our first SID. Now, I know that last landing wasn't that. I mean, the approach was terrible. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I haven't written those down in stone yet. So, but these ones I have. So I'm going to show you how to do. We're gonna do the Zancudo 1 departure. Very simple. We're gonna fly to River Intersection, and then from River Intersection, we're gonna fly to the Zancudo Vortac, which is a VOR, and we're gonna use it, which is directly over Fort Zancudo. Now you may be saying, I'll get stars for this. If you fly this SID correctly, you will not get stars, I promise. We'll turn out of there, and then we'll head over to Wine Intersection, and then from Wine Intersection, we can continue on towards, we'll hit Wine, and then we'll go to, what in the hell is that? Drawing a blank. Oh well, you can see it on the screen. I'm an idiot. But anyway, this is how we do this departure. Set our power. Take off power set. 80 knots. Check. V1, rotate. V2, pause the brake, you're up. It's coming up. Now we're gonna fly to the river intersection, which is this little guy that jots around over there on the left. We're kind of on it, or almost to it right now. It's pretty much a straight shot to it. Just like this. Continuing on. So we're coming over it now, so we're gonna make our right turn. We're gonna fly over the Zancudo VOR. Still climbing. Now this turn here, when we go to this turn, we gotta climb pretty good here, because we don't want to get any stars off of the Zancudo, Port Zancudo. Okay, we're coming over it now. So we make our left turn. We're gonna make our left turn. We'll head towards Wine. Again, I'm popping that out. We're looking over here. Still turning on it. Very nice, neat. As we head over towards North Shumash. We're flying over almost the Wine intersection now. Man, that turbulence knocked the plane over to the right a little bit there. And this completes the SID. So now we can begin our descent into Los Santos International Airport if we wanted to, over there on the left. So what that means is that if we were in zero visibility and we took off, I could use my little mini map over there, and know where the points are, so I could do that departure without getting any stars and without hitting any mountains. So it's kind of a nice thing to do. We'll head back to Sandy Shores now that we've successfully have finished that sit out. So again, it's all about being smooth on that stick for proper flying in GTA 5. I mean, yeah, we're gonna hit turbulence and all that good stuff, but you know, what you gotta do. The next SID we're gonna be doing is called the Chaparral 2. And it is it's a more direct flight to Los Santos International Airport. So if this is the best way to get you lined up for those side runways, this one will get us lined up for the cross runway, which you see the Learjets use all the time. Here, here's coming down. Got the runway in sight. Field in sight. Be rough. Good. Over the oil fields. It's a good visual reference point for this runway. Nice and easy movements on the stick is all it is. So we come over the threshold like so. I'm gonna start pulling that left trigger out, left trigger out, left trigger out, flare, and we're down. So for reverse thrust, we'll just, you know, hold that left trigger down all the way. We wanted to stop right away, which it'll stop on a dime. They did model them to stop and take off pretty fast, so that's not too bad, right? All right, so just really quickly, I'm gonna do the other SID, and then I'll do the other ones from the outside view so you guys get a visual reference of what that is like. All right, so this is gonna be the Chaparral 2 departure. It's fast. It's gonna be really fast paced. We're gonna fly over Oily intersection, and then we're gonna continue to Chaparral, and we'll end over Ritchie intersection, which is kind of a pun towards the rich people in Vinewood Hills, and it's right over the Vinewood Hills Lake. So, or the reservoir, so that'll might help us out a little bit there. All right, so let's do the Chaparral 2 departure. Power. Airspeed allowed 80 knots. Cross check. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate. Here it's coming up. We're gonna come right over Oily here. Almost to Oily. At the end of the oil fields, right over this building right here. There it is, right there. Make our left turn. Now we're gonna fly over to the turn here, kind of between this crevice. And notice how I've pulled the power out a little bit, mainly because for this climb we don't need to be going too fast because this is a quick descent into Los Santos, so I'm not adding any power on the right trigger at all. So here we are, we're coming over the Chaparral intersection now, and we're almost to the to Ritchie. Ritchie is just down off our nose there. You can see the lake down there, so that's Ritchie intersection. It's a slight right turn from Chaparral. So now what this means is we're lined up for the approach to the runway 21. Get the name of this runway. So notice how I haven't added any power. So now I can put the gear down. I've got the runway not in sight, but I know where it's at right now. And we're kind of on the we're on an intercept for the ILS. We were picking the ILS up into the runway. So you can see how we come right by the buildings and all that, but the whole time when we do this, that SID sets us up for this runway approach without having to worry about hitting anything and all that good stuff. So that's essentially what it's the reasoning behind that one. So we're turning on to the runway now. You probably can't see it, but it's another reason why we're flying from the instrument approach here. We were a little off on it, but you know. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Going around. Holy shit. That's the worst part about not being online, is that you have to deal with this traffic. And that kind of sucks. So, alrighty, we'll head back to Sandy Shores, and I'll do the 2 SIDS again from the outside view. Alrighty, guys, it's storming pretty good, and we're gonna be in the outside view doing this SID again. We're gonna be doing the Zancudo 1, so you can see what it's like from the outside view. Also, again, using our instrument on the bottom left that I just opened up and closed again. So let's go ahead and get on our way. Let's keep alive. 80 knots. Check. V1. Rotate. V2. Pause the brake. You're up. So now we can't see anything. So we are just basically doing an instrument approach all the way off of our instrument on the bottom left. We're flying to the, we're gonna be flying to the first intersection here. The river intersection is a little more to the left here. Make sure we're on it for ATC purposes. There we go. We're gonna be right on it now. So there's that. Now we're over that intersection. Make a right turn. We're gonna fly over the Zancudo vortex. Still in power right now because we're climbing, so we don't get any stars. So we'll left turn here. Be nice and smooth. A few more seconds here. Hold it out of the power a little bit here. We need to go that fast. Left turn. We'll head to Wine intersection in the VOR. Headed over to the Wine intersection. So now we're going over the Wine intersection, and we're headed to North Chumash again to complete the SID. So that's what it's like from the outside view. I mean, it's nothing too crazy or different. And we're a little off. It would be a little bit more to the right there. There we go. Line up on that. Once we start getting close to that, we're like, basically where river intersection is where I'm going to deploy my drop the landing gear, which is right around this intersection. So gear down. And the landing lights are on. Just fly the approach into Sandy Shores. Not too difficult. Take a right turn here. Come over the oil fields. That's our main way of knowing how where we are on this approach. Kind of helps a little bit. There's the building. There's the oil field to the left. That means that the runway's directly off our nose now. Somebody's getting in trouble down there. Little bit to the left of the runway. We've got it in sight now. Fly it to the runway. You notice how when I come over the threshold, I'm going to be dropping the power out here. So all the way out in the power, all the way out. Start that flare, start the flare, nice and easy. Start the flare, flip the flare, and hello.
Start up, you piece of shit.
There we go. I killed the engines on that one, but we botched it. I'm not as good on those outside views. I don't know why. So now we're gonna do the other SID, the Chaparral 2. Clear for takeoff. Runway 25. There we go. We'll do the Chaparral 2 departure. 80 knots. Cross check. V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate here is coming up. There we go. Nice climb out here. We're gonna go to Oily intersection. And then we're gonna turn over to and Oily is kind of right at the end of this right there over this building, right at the end of this desert. So now we start left turn. We'll go to pulling the power out all the way. Not cutting power on the left, I'm just releasing it. And we shoot for this crevice, remember? So now we're gonna go to the Chaparral intersection. So right across Chaparral, and then we'll continue on to Ritchie, which is a slight turn to the right. About right there. And we'll line up. Come right over Ritchie intersection, which is right over this reservoir down there. And then we can put our gear down. Get ready to land here at Los Santos International Airport on the cross runway. That's what this SID was designed to do, to get you lined up and ready for the cross runway. I don't actually, you know, I'll put the gear up. I would deploy the gear when we're abeam the downtown buildings here. There's no need to have them down for. So now gear comes down, and we can shoot the approach. I'll do better this time, I hope. So now we turn onto the runway. It's just to the left of this water, so last time we were a little off on it. We're a lot better this time. Slightly to the left, but hope I don't get killed by a jet. Oh, there's one coming in, of course. No, it's an airplane or a helicopter. All right, going over the threshold. Pulling out the power. Pull that power all the way out now. Flare, flare, flare. And we're down. There's a jet coming in, so we'll hit the high speed here. No, we won't hit the high speed. We won't have enough time for that. My lord, look at that turn. Alrighty, we'll clear the runway. Taxi over to our hangar. Boy, the thing does not turn sharp at all. I've got some, you know, there's some quirks in the flight models of these, but they are enjoyable to fly. They're not bad. We'll hold short of 1-2 right here. Make sure that we're clear. No jets coming. He's still getting off, so usually we're pretty good if he's getting off the runway over there. Head back into Pegasus and shut her down and call it. Call it a day. IFR flying. That's an intro to the IFR flying. There you have it, guys. I showed you 2 SIDS that I've been working on. I didn't have them in front of me. I should have had them on my cell phone or something so I could see them. But yeah, now I'll be able to do that. Suppose. Oh, the dirt on that airplane. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time.